It is springtime down here in the Northeast.
It was a beautiful and splendid day outside.
However, it was also a very hot day and many of the pets were feeling hot and bothered. Since the business was really expanding, the kids from Little Bark asked if they could join the Northeast delivery industry, and everything ran like clockwork again. However, the troublesome trucks enjoyed causing all types of mischief. They will do whatever they can to cause mischief, even if that means causing an accident like this one. At the end of the day, the boss had a meeting with most of the toys. Scott and Lamar have had an accident down at the transfer yards. There will be 2 engines coming from Waltham to help us out. Until they're repaired, that is. I'll have a meeting tomorrow and I won't be in for the next 3 hours. So, Jerry is going to be the boss until I come back from my meeting.
Wait a minute. You don't mean Jerry the Hedgehog, do you? He called me a clodhopper.
Listen, I know we've had some rough times with Jerry, but we have to give him another chance, despite how I was away and he caused a little bit of mischief. But if he causes another accident, I promise I will send him packing for good. But for right now, we need to give him another chance. The boss left the office.
Freddie and Sir Handel didn't know who Jerry was.
You two probably wouldn't know who Jerry even was.
From the looks of it, Jerry doesn't sound like a very nice hedgehog, I guess.
I guess we're gonna have an experience meeting with him. I hope those 2 substitute engines aren't rude.
The news of Jerry's arrival spread like wildfire. Harold was talking to me about something, about what Duck said. So basically, he said what Duck said was, avoid Jerry at all costs, and that he's not very good.
You mean Jerry? Like Russell's dad? Don't be daft, Sunil.
I mean, he did change, right? Suddenly, Russell came in. And I thought that too, but it turns out the toys are most certainly right. My father never learned, and this is why we don't jump to quote-unquote conclusions. My father holds a big grudge against toys, and if he sees you guys interacting with them, including me, oh, we're in for something, I'll tell you that. The majority of the employees waited outside for Jerry and the 2 other engines. They were hoping things would go well, but I'm afraid they didn't. I hate to say this, but he was truly disgusted to come back to the Northeast delivery industry, and to see the pets, including his son, being there made him even more disgusted. The 2 substitute engines were Stewart and Falcon. And unfortunately, they were not friendly engines whatsoever. They weren't wooden trains either. They were replicas of Sir Handel and Peter Sam, which made them pretty big. Many of the slate trucks saw Jerry and shot a glare at him.
Well, I can't believe it. My own son, friends I trusted, working for the Northeast delivery industry. Well, I guess my thoughts were nothing more than pure garbage.
Russell instantly lost patience. Hey, Dad, if I recall, we're supposed to work together, not against each other. Jerry took Russell to the office. Russell had never seen his father so angry. His father was asking him all types of questions, saying, "Why did you betray me? This, that." Meanwhile, the 2 other engines were insulting the other team members. Skarloey and the rest of the gang was furious. An hour and a half had passed by, and things just only worsened. We need to do something about those two, including Jerry. I would go figure out what's going on, but I don't have any jobs to do for right now. Besides, Jerry won't let us leave unless we have jobs to do. Well, I have a job. I have to take this local train down to Pinewood, I believe, and then to other parts of town. Alright then, Skarloey, but we're relying on you. Hey, shut up, Duck. It wasn't long till Skarloey was coupled up and he set off. Skarloey chuffed down the main line with his local train. I'm glad to be away from Stewart and Falcon for a while, especially Jerry. Skarloey made the following stops at Pinewood, Anderson Lakeside, Planet Fitness, and other locations. He was about to go through a portal that would lead him to Connecticut. His destination was New London, Connecticut, in a little yard. However, as he reached the station, he saw all the pets, including Sir Handel and Bulgy, gathered together. When he stopped at the last station, he uncoupled himself and chuffed over to them. Hey guys, is there something wrong? It's Stewart and Falcon. They are like animals. They have stolen 2 goods trains from me today. They said I refused to take the goods trains, and I got blamed. All Stewart does is call me a diva and lazy. I'm not always that lazy. And even worse, he called me a hairy Susan. Penny Ling was in one of the porta potties. Falcon was really dreadful to me. He called me a fat face. Those 2 engines are reckless, ruthless, and are truly badasses, but not in a good way. They stole my trains from me, and they act as if they were raised by a homeless man on a poor American street. No offense to any of the Americans here, but you get my point. Suddenly, there was a group of slate trucks that were calling to the team, and they came over. Hello, hello, hello? What's going on here? Listen, I know we're not the most trustworthy, but this is the truth we need to tell you. Alright then, explain yourselves. It's about Jerry. There's a reason why he's returning. It's for vengeance. And he's gonna hypnotize you, Russell, to joining him, Stewart, and Falcon. Wait, excuse me, what? I knew there was a reason why he was returning! Are they apprentices of the Fergus Steelworks? That remains unknown, Pepper. Are you sure it is that? Yes, this is that. Everything is covered. They also have plans on shutting you guys down as well. There was a long silence. Well, I would have never have thought of something like that. And he whispered his plan to everyone. We have 1 hour till the boss returns. This is a great idea. It's time we show him what we are made of. Oh yeah, and you're not doing this without me.